Carly, meanwhile, we're facing tsunamis, but over on the East Coast, they're preparing for a winter storm.
Winter storm. Take a look at this. This is a pretty big one here with a lot of moisture being drawn up. As you can kind of see the path of that moisture, it's all the way across, heading just across areas where we typically tap into atmospheric rivers. It has to go somewhere. Unfortunately, we're not tapping into anything, but some of that moisture is moving across areas of Mexico. And we do have a low pressure system that's pulling in very cold Arctic air from the north that passed the Dakotas, bringing in a lot of that snow for those areas, and now passing just past Texas, including Dallas this morning with some tiny little flakes of snow, now making its way toward Memphis. And now what we're seeing is some of that snow mix, and along with that is that yellow and orange where we could potentially see effects of thunderstorms with warmer moisture coming in from the south, meeting up with that cold air. There is that potential for hail and even tornadic activity, but at this point it's going to be limited. We will expect it mostly to be that heavy rain and hail. Now, as it continues shifting toward the northeast in the next 2 days, we already know several flights, as much as 2,000 flights, in fact, have been canceled for Sunday. We do expect to see power outages, a lot of icy roadways, and potentially a lot of crashes. So hopefully not too much. People heed the warnings and stay inside. Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, so hopefully people can just kind of stay where they're at and stay inside and kind of just enjoy the warmth that they can. Hopefully power doesn't go out for them. All right, let's take a look here. We have a low pressure system to our south. Unfortunately, it's not affecting us. It's bringing in a little moisture to Southern California, but with the cloud coverage here, it's just kind of hovering overhead for us. We do have this massive high pressure system here just overhead that's really arching the jet stream up and over us. And what that'll do is also avoid any wet weather from coming our way. We're actually seeing a little bit warmer temperatures than we've been used to, in the mid 60s yesterday now because of that volcanic activity that happened there near Tonga. We did see that tsunami advisory issued for most of Alaska, British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, Northern California, all the way down to Mexico. Now we're starting to see a lift. What we've been noticing over the last few hours is less of that water inundation in terms of high waves. We saw it this morning. We still have areas in effect here, especially as we have bays and inlets. You're going to notice most of the areas that still have some of that tsunami advisory in effect are places where we're seeing inlets. And these are a lot of beach spots here, as well as around the San Francisco Bay Area, and just up here near Crescent City, a small little cove there. Southern California into San Diego, they're not seeing that. They have lifted that advisory, everything further north, and we're starting to see things starting to lift even further. We could probably anticipate this expiring as we start moving through tonight into tomorrow. So this is our area in our zone. You can see Southern California from San Luis Obispo through Santa Barbara and Los Angeles still in effect through Irvine, Oceanside, San Diego. They have lifted those. Now with our daily almanac, mid 50s today, that's pretty much the average. The record 68, but we did see mid 60s yesterday. Patchy morning fog this week, but we do anticipate some gradual sunshine in the afternoon hours, seasonal temperatures. But again, we still have that tsunami advisory. It may take a day or two to lift, but it looks like it's going to start lifting sooner. High elevation cloud coverage overhead, and tomorrow morning a half-mile in visibility. Once again, we saw this morning pretty bad visibility, should improve by lunchtime and we'll get that sunshine. There's take a look at our jet stream, still moving up and over us. No real rain in sight just yet, and it looks like we may actually end this month, I should say, much drier than we expected. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. Most of the U.S. seeing drier conditions as we move into the next 2 weeks. Let's take a look at that 10-day forecast here. Upper 50s, low 60s, and we could potentially see those mid 60s next week. Ananda.